This past week or so, I've been doing this challenge, or whatever you want to call it, where I'm supposed to post every day for 10 days on Facebook my favorite movies. And I have a bunch of favorite movies, but actually, if I were to talk about things that I enjoy watching, it would be more TV programs, miniseries, things like that. And you may remember the ESPN 30 for 30 specials that they would do. Well, there was one that was done on the Boston Red Sox, shocker that I would say that, and their 2004 World Series run. It's called 4 Days in October, where they defeated the Yankees in a 7-game series after being down 3-0. And for the first time in Major League history, you had a team down 3-1 win the next 4 games. So, and it kind of tells the tale of how all that happens. It starts off with, I guess I would say, the whole winning those 4 games starts off with a stolen base by Dave Roberts. Kevin Millar walks. Pardon me as I tell the story. Kevin Millar walks. It's the 9th inning against Mariano Rivera. Kevin Millar walks, and then immediately is pulled for Dave Roberts to pinch run. And Roberts was a good defensive replacement, good runner, and that's the reason the Red Sox picked him up as a late season trade acquisition. And it's just the coolest thing, like watching Dave Roberts and Mariano Rivera kind of going back and forth, and eventually Dave Roberts breaks for second. Mo throws his cutter, which he's going to do. Dave Roberts takes off for second, and he steals it. And big cheers. Then next thing you know, Bill Miller then singles him in to tie the game. It's a great the whole. I love that whole little TV special. Again, the 4 Days in October. But that event of Dave Roberts stealing the base, I see as kind of an icon for a lot of things in human life, and especially as relates to us being Christians. There's always hope. As minuscule as it might seem, there is always hope. And with the Red Sox down 3-0, down in the 9th inning against the greatest reliever in the history of baseball, there was still hope. There was still hope. So, and you see what happened. They won the next 4 games, and then the next 4 games after that, as it turns out, defeating the St. Louis Cardinals. Not going to rub that in. 4-0, and won their first World Series in 86 years. And they almost didn't, but they never gave up hope. They just, kept battling. And how important is that for us in our lives? Like the Lord, like as long as we're living, as long as we are on this earth, there's always hope of heaven, of great things to be accomplished here. I mean, think of the good thief, hanging on the cross next to Jesus. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. I mean, there's a guy like dying the worst sort of criminal death. He got to heaven because he reconciled at the last moment. There's always hope. And so while things might seem dark at times, might seem oppressive, might seem like there's no way out, the Lord constantly tells us there's a way out. Just trust me. It's going to be fine. You all take care.